but it's like the whole mudslinging thing is like it's falsely being accused. So it's like the person really didn't do anything. So like someone being framed, I guess. Or this could even be something.
Watch them grow, perceive, devote. This is the seed, light the show. Watch them grow.
What's happening, Cappy? Princess NG here for the 99 and the 2000. I don't know why that is like my new sign-on thing. But anyway, welcome to your September reading. If you have not cross-watched other readings, I am Princess India for the 99 and 2000, like I said. But really, the reason why you need to know this if you didn't cross-watch other readings is the fact that we're doing a pick a card first that we are going to use in the extended to get you guys more specific intuitive messages as we go into the deeper spread and to give you guys a meditation in reference to the overall energy for each specific group. So if you have not already, pick number 1, 2, or 3. I always say go with the number that popped in your head first, my friend. You know what I'm saying? So Spirit, give us 3 cards for my Capricorns. Can't wait to get into you guys' energy. This is fascinating nonetheless. Fellow Earth sign, I thank you for the practicality. It's much appreciated. Spend too much time in water signs, just saying. Water and earth make mud, I'm just saying. Anywho, moving right along. So if you picked number 1, we have prayer. If you picked card number 2, we have discovery. Fascinating. And if you picked card number 3, we have impartiality. Dun dun dun. All right. So let's hop into you guys' energy and into these cards. Capricorn. I'm so scared to move this wire for my microphone. My mic likes to do crazy things. So anywho, so the thing that's different with you guys is I heard a question. The question for Capricorn in the month of September, the question that I'm assuming you guys will be answering is, what do you need, Cappy? What do you need? What do you need in, you know, a threefold triune sense, right? The divinity of who you are in mind, body, and spirit. What do you need? What does your mind need? What does your spirit need? What does your body need? This is the question that Capricorn should go throughout September asking themselves. And specifically, if you're watching this before September 13th, which is the Pisces full moon, and specifically before the 18th of September when Saturn goes direct, these are things that you would want to meditate on. You can set an intention for the full moon for Spirit to help you see these things, but what we're really talking about here is self-reflection. It's kind of similar to what I spoke about with Sagittarius. The message I got for them was taking stock and taking care. The way that they take stock is by looking at the things in their life that aren't working, things that are no longer serving them, looking at things in your life that can be refurbished, right? Like made better. Like say hypothetically, you know, if your living room is a mess, you know, and it could use a little rearranging, you know what I mean, to break up that energy. It's something as simple as that, or tossing some things out, replacing it with something new, but meaning that in like a threefold manifestation. So in your mind, body, and your spirit. So that's what my Capricorns are gonna be dealing with this month overall, right? What is it that you need? And also taking care of yourself in the sense of like self-care, you know what I mean? And self-care manifests in a myriad of different ways. It's like creating a spiritual practice, journaling. For some people, it's getting a personal trainer, seeing a therapist, getting a nutritionist, changing your eating habits, what have you. But the whole purpose of this month for Capricorn is for you guys to make yourself a priority. I'm talking to you and I ain't talking to Spirit. Spirit, please give me clear and direct guidance for Capricorns for the month of September, please, Spirit. Anything they need to know, anything of utmost importance, anything they need to know, I ask that come to the forefront in this here reading, please, Spirit. Please give me the ability to interpret these messages in a clear and concise manner. And as always, Spirit, I thank you in advance because I know you're good for it and what's not. Or whatever. Just saying. Anywho, so let's see, Cappy. Lay out your cards. All right, so central energy for my Cappies. We have, if I could pick it up, the Page of Pentacles in the reverse. Whew, interesting. That makes sense. This is you guys. So here's the deal. Exactly like I was saying, Page of Pentacles in reverse, how I'm seeing this is, you guys are supposed to be, I don't want to say supposed to be, but there's a little block going on right now. So the whole thing is, you are supposed to be, I'm still saying supposed to be, whatever. Ideally, Capricorn is supposed to be making themselves a priority right now, right? Because it's a little bit of a self-sacrificial energy, or more of a tongue-in-cheek kind of thing. You guys are in an energy to be working on your self-mastery, right? But not just in a work effort sense, but working on self-mastery in the sense of, like I was saying before, it's like nourishing yourself, caring for yourself, and that being the medium through which you guys get like the tools that you need moving forward. So I feel the thing that's kind of like the vortex or the void, the block in you guys' life that can easily become clear on the full moon in leading up into Saturn going direct, because that's what the unrest is about. I wanted to say that to Sagittarius, but it's like the clarity didn't hit me until after the fact. But it's more or less like when you experience unrest in your life, when you feel stagnated, when you feel that things are against you, you feel resistance, that's a sign that something is off kilter. It's a sign that something needs to change. And I feel the thing that needs to change with Capricorns is you guys making yourself a priority, because it's too much energy that's being exerted externally, whether it's an action-oriented caring for other people or focusing on a situation, circumstance, person outside of yourself, right? And that's leaving yourself neglected in a sense. So whatever blocks you guys are experiencing right now is interrelated to self-neglect or putting up with things that are no longer serving you. Because right now it's Capricorn season. You feel what I'm saying? I'm saying this like, you know, 'cause it's Virgo season in real life, but I'm saying like in your life, it's Capricorn season. Capricorn is supposed to be the focus right now. So you guys should be retreating within. It's kind of like a mini hermit mode, if that makes sense. You guys right now should be utilizing this energy to retreat within and to really like do a full-on analysis of your life. And now this is very interesting. Y'all, let me tell you something. Spirit been talking to me since I was 8 years old, and I literally ignore stuff that Spirit be saying. Because like when it's random, I'm just like, what does that have to do with anything? Because like I be doing stuff that has absolutely nothing to do with anything. But literally, I went outside to get something out of my car, and I saw a vision of a video that I have up on Vimeo, but it's one of my therapy exercises. It's a self-assessment exercise to help you kind of dig deep into looking at different facets of your life, of what's working, what's not working. And Spirit was showing me that, and I was like, why is Spirit showing me that? You know what I mean? Because I was like, first of all, I forgot that that was up there. And I was like, what does that have to do with anything? I was like, should I like post a link for that on YouTube or something? And then I was just like, I'm just tripping. But now that I think about it, because I was about to get into your energy anyway, I'm assuming it must be for you guys to do that. So I got to figure out how I can link that. I'm going to link it. If you already follow me on Vimeo, you should be able to see it. But if you're not, I'm going to find a way to link it below this video. Because I feel that's something that's going to be of help to you guys. There's a need to really do a self-assessment, like a life audit in so many words, to look at all of the facets of your life that's not working. Because you guys are supposed to be self-mastering right now. And I don't see that happening because the energy, majority of your energy is going towards things external to you as opposed to your own personal development. So that's our main focus this month. The challenge to overcome, my God, Capricorn, really? The Nine of Swords. Jeez Louise. Okay, let me tell you something about anxiety. The simplest way to not be super psychoanalytical, but the simplest way to explain the root cause of anxiety, aside from like chemical imbalance stuff, is fears of the future, right? It's spending a lot of your energy in your mental space, spinning your wheels, thinking about worst case scenarios, what could go wrong. You can tap back into the past and think about, oh my gosh, that went wrong then, but what if that happens here? But it's all things that are not happening in the present. Being in a state of anxiety is a lack thereof of being present and being mindful in this moment, right? And the thing I tell everyone, your power lies in the present. God exists only in the present. The greatest superpower that you possess is your ability to choose. The only place that you can choose to change your life, change your direction, is in the present moment, not in the past, not in the future. When we spend time in the past, it makes us depressed. If we spend time in the future, it makes us anxious, right? And that's because these are two mediums from which you don't have control. That is the biggest delusion of life and humanity at large, is the lack of realizing that in order to change your future, that's done in the present. The present is the most neglected time frame, yet it is the time frame in which all of your power and God exist simultaneously. So the thing that I say to you, Capricorn, a way to learn how to stay in the present is by focusing on yourself in this moment. So kind of how I was feeling like how you guys were treating and going within this mini hermit mode, how that offers you your tools for moving forward. The present moment is your tool, your mind and your choice in this moment. The actions you take in this moment is your tool. Being able to interlink with the divine in this present moment is your tool, right? Because the thing where I say it's more or less like a delusion when we have anxieties about the future is the fact that the future doesn't exist yet because the person who creates it is you. You know what I mean? And the future really doesn't exist because you've been living the same day your entire life since the moment you were born. You know, we created time, but it's in essence, you've been living the same day every day. You know what I mean? But with now being your power, right? You have the ability to overcome every anxiety that you have going forward, right? Because we end up, it's like a self-fulfilling prophecy in a sense, because we end up creating those fears because we're spending so much time there and neglecting the present. So it's more or less we're being lulled to the future by these anxieties and thus experience them. So come back to the present, my sweet, precious Cappy. So anywho, past influence. We have the Seven of Swords in the reverse. Self-deception, like I said. You guys are feeling disempowered, but you have more power than you realize. And I think the reason why I need to say this like this is because sometimes it's that simple. Sometimes we just need to be told that we have the power. So I'm telling you now, Capricorn, in the past, right, we're talking about I'm not going to exclude it in totality. Not to say that people have not taken from you, you know what I mean? Or people have not messed over you. But the thing that I'm saying wholeheartedly that I feel above everything else, so I don't know if this is like an internal thing that's manifesting externally, like a projection type of thing. It probably is. But this feels like lying to yourself. It's self-deception. And it's like what's going to become clear going forward throughout September, and I really feel like it's the full moon, I'm just saying, is realizing how in so many ways you have been holding yourself back in ways that I've just explained in so many words. So it's not really so much about not excluding that people haven't done anything to you, but I'm not really picking up so much on energy of other people. To me, this feels very much interrelated to Capricorn. So it's like regardless of what anyone is doing outside of you, the thing that's being highlighted for me is what you guys are doing inside of yourself, right? And that's that self-deception that I talked about here. It's irrational fears. It's worried about the past repeating itself, or this misconception that you have to put up with things that are no longer serving you. And that's what brings us back to this energy of what is it that you need? Like, what do you need? Because you have the right to ask for what you need. You have the right to have your needs fulfilled, right? Now, our underlying influence. Oh, yeah. We have the Justice card. Now, that's interesting. This group 3, this is like the Justice card in this in the Oracle. But with the Justice card, man, what we're talking about, what you guys don't see, it's like everything that you guys have been through, every pain, disappointment, what have you, like this discomfort is worth it because all of this is leading up to a higher purpose. For some of you, this 9 of Swords energy that I'm seeing, a lot of it has to do with your mental energy and you guys shutting out spirit. And this is where I feel like this Justice card is coming in, because what you guys don't see is this is like a mini dark night of the soul, like a mini death that you guys are going through. That's why we're talking about what you need, because how I'm seeing this is it's almost like what is that? Oh God, what is that? Okay, that's really weird. All right, I don't even know. Okay, this technically is not humanly possible, but let's just go with it, Capricorn. So what I'm seeing is like Capricorn person, right? You've been through so much stuff in your life, or even within the last couple of months, that it's almost like people just took a handful of mud and just like threw it at you like a snowball, right? This has been happening so much that it's almost as if you guys are covered in this caked up, crusty shell of mud, right? And it's like you're just walking around life just trudging, a little bit of it is cracking off and stuff, but it's like you're overburdened with that external out, right? Now the power that you possess is the fact that this is mud and mud is drying. It's like you're caked up with dry mud. So literally if you guys were to like stretch and shake a little bit, all of that would fall off of you. But you need to be empowered to know that you have the right to do that. It's almost as if people sling mud on you. Wow. Mud slinging, that's a political term. Maybe some of you guys with the 7 of Swords. Oh, this is fascinating. Mudslinging. Wow. For some of you guys, this is interesting. Oh, wow, this is getting deep. Now, this is so interesting, dog. Okay. I don't want to get too much into that energy, but I'm just going to throw this out there because this might be y'all or somebody around y'all. Okay? With this whole mudslinging thing, and this is aside from what it is I was about to say, but this is another message that's coming in. For some of you, you've been falsely accused of something. So I don't know if this has something to do with like court, like somebody potentially going to jail or someone on trial. But it's like the whole mudslinging thing is like it's falsely being accused. So it's like the person really didn't do anything. So like someone being framed, I guess. Or this could even be something as simple as, people starting rumors about you or starting rumors about you or gossiping. But the energy that's coming through for me, this really feels like it's something related to court. But the thing that I need to say in reference to that is there's paperwork, contracts, documents, or something that needs to be searched for, because whatever this is in reference to, this is getting, I feel like this ain't even my damn business, but somebody needs to hear this. Someone has been falsely accused, whether you Capricorn or someone in your immediate circle that you care about, right? So someone kind of like framed them, or I don't know if they were affiliated with a person, this person threw them under the bus, but the thing that you guys need to know is whoever the person is that's being falsely accused, they're so downtrodden and stressed out about being falsely accused that they're not thinking back and they actually have proof somewhere that would help them. So it's either something on the computer. This is so interesting. It's either something on the computer or there's some sense of documentation that proves this person's innocence. But it's like, it's something that needs to be digged for, or something that you've forgotten about. But because of this person being so much in this downtrodden state, because of them being accused in the first place, they're not thinking about this. But I feel just hearing this would bring a person back. So it's something. So the thing that Spirit is telling me is, if we're talking about not physical paper documents, because like if we're talking about that, that's something that's gone, but it's something with a computer. So even if, okay, God, I got to get out this energy because this is like a wormhole. The thing about computers is, even if something is deleted, so if that's the thing, if there's something that this person had on their computer and they deleted it, and this is whether for good or for bad, you know what I'm saying? If this person deleted it, if you take a computer to an IT specialist, they know how to retrieve things. So even though like a person who's like a computer novice, if you go onto a computer and something is deleted and out of the recycle bin, it's like, we're like, oh, I deleted it, it's not there. But it's something with like the motherboard of computers that even if you delete something, there's still traces of it on the hard drive. So whatever it is y'all are looking for, even if the computer is like kaput, take it to an IT specialist and have them extract whatever is on the hard drive. I don't know. I don't know, Capricorn. I'm just the messenger, okay? Get out of that energy. I hope that helps someone. Grab my amethyst. Moving right along. Wow. All right. So anyway, for others of you, the whole thing is that all of the pain that you have gone through up to this point, Capricorn, is for a reason. Like, whatever you're sacrificing, whatever pain you're enduring, it's going to be worth it in the long run, because I feel like you guys are going through like a baby death. But the purpose of it is like cracking chrysalis. It's like you guys are coming into a new cycle, but it's like these are growing pains. And this is kind of reminding me of the energy I was feeling, I literally heard this yesterday. It's like, I feel as a collective, everyone is going through like labor pains. You know what I mean? And I literally heard like cracking. Like if you think about what it sounds like when bones crack, like that's literally what I was hearing yesterday. It was the most unnerving thing. But I feel that as a collective, we're going through labor pains because of this whole Saturn going direct thing. And that's the reason why the energy has gotten so intense. But again, the same theme with all signs is that Spirit is bringing everyone back to themselves and showing you how you have a hand in changing things. Now, the things that you guys don't see, with the Justice card being a major arcana, this is more or less you guys getting like your just due, getting your karmic justice. It's that Mayat energy, the weighing of the hearts against the feather. So it's like those who were last will be first. Those who were first will be last. It's like everything is being righted. You know what I mean? And it's a heavy karmic energy because I know Spirit told me months ago, and I was talking to one of my homegirls who is a reader on YouTube too, Teal Gypsy Moon. Go subscribe, just saying. But her and I were talking about this epic shift that's happening where it's like people are being unmasked, truths are being come out, people who have been overlooked are coming to the forefront. And I told her, I was like, oh my gosh, I was like, that's the energy I was feeling months ago. Because like as far back as like May and June, I felt that this massive earthquake was coming with the collective. And I felt like people who have been held back are going to be led forward. And then one night Spirit told me clearly, much ado has come home to roost, right? And I was like, I have no idea what that means, but it's like, now it's like, I understand what that means. It's like, this is legit karmic justice. It's like people who have been doing wrong are going to be found out. People who have been falsely accused and mistreated are now going to be seen for the good people that they are. It's like, it's an epic shift because for a very long time, the way that the wheel has been, if you think about the Wheel of Fortune card, and I think I said that in Pisces reading, it's like the demons at the bottom of the wheel have been on top, but now the wheel is turning to where the people who have been oppressed are now coming to the top, and that's what I'm feeling heavily for you guys. So all of the pain, stress, anxiety, frustration you guys have been through up to this point is going to be worth it very soon, especially when Saturn goes direct, if you've been doing the right thing, I'm just saying. But all of it is going to be worth it in the long run. It's just a need right now. If you feel neglected externally, this is giving you charge to make yourself a priority and for you guys to fulfill what it is that you need, as opposed to looking for other people to do it. Now in your conscious energy, whoa, we have the Five of Wands. That's my Petty LaBelle card, but it's a whole bunch of conflict. So here's the thing. How this is looking to me is because one is neglecting themselves, because you guys are in a state of chaos, calamity, and confusion within. This is what's being manifested in your external realm. All you guys are seeing is chaos and confusion, but in the sense, and that's where I say all things are working together in your highest good in the bigger, like, macro scheme of things, because what the petty conflicts that you're aware of around you, right? The inner conflict that you may not be aware of inside of you, even though your external world is mirroring your inner world, it's all for a bigger purpose for with the Justice card that you guys don't see. You feel what I'm saying? But the thing is, what I'm giving you charge to do is to take your attention away from the stuff that's conflicted and not working out outside of you, because you don't have control of your external world. The only thing you have control of is yourself, right? So it's more or less taking your power and your energy back from things that you can't control. And it's like taking care of home, right? And either way, this justice energy is coming to the forefront regardless. And I mean, that's going to work in your favor if you've been doing the right thing. But I'm pretty sure the right thing. But I'm pretty sure that if you watch me, you are. You know what I'm saying? But it's just in the meantime, it's kind of like thinking about hunkering down for, okay, you don't want to hunker down for a hurricane. Hunkering down for a tornado, right? It's like there's a tornado going through your life right now, and you're not going to go outside in a freaking hurricane. It's like you're going to go into the safe space in your house. That's what I feel like you guys need to be doing right now. Going into a safe space in your house and taking care of yourself. Haha, wait, Spirit is showing me something else. That's funny. Going into a safe space in your house, and your house being symbolic of yourself. So Spirit is pretty much saying go within, because the tornado is happening outside. So go within, dagnabbit, son of a gun. And then Spirit brought back the whole thing I was saying about the whole mudslinging thing, in the sense of how I was seeing it. It's more or less you guys have been allowing people to shit on you. This is how Princess is going to say it. You guys have been allowing people to shit on you, and you've been putting up with people's bullshit. And this is about you guys taking your power back and not putting up with people's shit anymore, because you don't have to. God damn it. Moving forward. Oh, wonderful. We have the oh wait, you can't see it. Look how sad she looks. We have the Five of Cups in reverse. So you guys are coming out of this dark time, dude. You guys are being delivered from the dark ages, Capricorn. That's all I'm saying. And like how I said with this Justice card, I said all of this pain was going to be worth it. With this Five of Cups going forward, all of this is going to come to a head, and you guys are going to be delivered from this darkness. This is just a temporary baby dark night of the soul, but it's all happening for your higher good. You feel what I'm saying? Thank you, Capricorn, for that being so nice and linear. Aside from the mud-slinging stuff, I don't know if that has something to do with more political. Oh, Lord. I said with that computer, it's for good or for bad. I don't know if that has something to do with politics and looking at somebody's computer. Oh, Lord have mercy. I cannot deal. What is happening in America? Somebody just liked my video on Instagram. Are you following me on Instagram? You should be following me on Instagram. I'm just saying. You can ask a yes or no question if you like, Capricorn. All right, we have Taurus, we have Sagittarius, we have Venus, we have Bay Lover Partner, and we have yes in a few months. So Taurus, Sagittarius, Venus, Bay lover partner, and yes, in a few months. Now we are going to throw the dice that have no name. I'm just saying. Gemini, the number 8, and is that Jupiter? 8 is a karmic number, BTW. Do you know that in the original tarot that the Justice card is actually, and I think that's funny because Gemini looks like an 11, but in the original tarot that the Justice card is actually number 8. So it's like the Strength card is number 11 and the Justice card is number 8. And that's why like people usually say that Justice is a karmic number, but then, I mean that 8 is a karmic number. And it's like, well, why isn't the Justice card number 8? Well, in the original Rider-Waite, it was, you know, but people changed it because they felt like it wasn't in the right place. But technically, it is, you know what I'm saying? In the sense of, I don't even know why we're having this conversation, Capricorn, but technically it is in the right place if you truly understand like the original meanings and interpretations of the card. But I think over time, people started misinterpreting what the Strength card was about and what Justice was about. So it seems like they're in the wrong place, but it's actually the right place. But I don't know why we're having that conversation. Maybe you're a tarot enthusiast. I don't know. Anywho, we have Jupiter. Achieve abundance via personal growth and ethical living. Feel and express gratitude. Give generously and work on self-improvement. What did I say in the beginning, Capricorn? I'm just saying self-care. It's of utmost importance. Number 8, we have the Strength card as your major arcana to meditate on. And because we're having this conversation about the origins of tarot, I would say that Justice is your major arcana to meditate on too. Just saying. Anyway, deep-seated inner longing for symmetry and harmony. Are we souls having a human experience or happy accidents? Ooh, it's a little question for you, dagnabbit son of a gun, I said. I'm just saying, moving right along. But that has been your reading, my wonderful Cappies. I'm going over to Vimeo to go deeper into the spread and get a little bit more specific, and then we're getting into you guys' intuitive messages in your groups as well as your meditations. So if you're about that life, follow me over there. If not, I still love your freaking face, and I will see you guys sooner than later. Why this is all happening, Capricorn, the YouTube reading, everything that I've said up to this point and what I'm going to say after this point, this is like a heads up and a warning. Say with whoever it is that's really at fault, because I feel like this has something to do like with theft or less like divine intervention for this person. It's like there's facts, evidence, proof, film, and camera type of thing.